mic lately. I'm not used to this where people say they can't hear me.
I mean, I can hear you, but I want to make sure they can hear you, clearly. And I don't want there to be a huge volume disparity between the two of us either, because then that will suck for people.
How's that?
That's better. Yep, thanks.
All right. I had to crank it up to 80% and 150. So.
All right. Let's get this hidden, and we'll do a mic check in a second.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the right game. Ha ha ha! Green Giant.
Oh, stretch! Oh! I took a nice big 3-hour nap, so I definitely would not oversleep.
Good stuff. Okay, we're live.
Hey.
All right, I'm just going to do the volume check here on our end.
So I definitely would not.
Okay, you're good. Okay, I think we're both good volume-wise, so I'm going to mute my setup again. All right, so I don't think anybody is viewing us except me at the moment, but for those of you who will watch this later, welcome back to the Militant Casuals West Coast Jank Tank Tournament. Welcome to the first game of Round 5 and a matchup between our only remaining undefeated player, Rick Ruddell.
He doesn't deserve it.
And our top 3-1 player, Lord Isophane, also known as Daniel Lim. So tonight's matchup is the matchup I've been waiting for because I want to see what Daniel can do here. But it is also a matchup between the player who drafted first and the player who drafted like 12th. So should be interesting. I'm Ben, by the way. I'm one of the founders of the Militant Casuals. With me is Vince from the Wide World of Wargaming X-Wing podcast. Say hello, Vince.
Howdy, folks. Also Militant Casual adjacent.
Yes, like lots of folks here, Militant Casual adjacent all day. Also with us, at some point, I think might be back, is the real fun Bobby.
Oh, hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Bobby Ott, master of many scum lists.
Questionably.
So,
okay, let me rephrase. Player of many scum lists.
Player of many lists, master of none, amusing drunk.
That all these things are true and more. So I'm glad Bobby's with us because Rick has given him the personal praise as the person who has commentated on his games who understands TIE strikers. And of course, I have Vince here because Vince is salty about losing to Rick, and that should bring us much, much, much hilarity throughout tonight as he talks about how bad Rick's decision making is. I hope.
No.
Because that's my job too.
I am not. I am really not salty about how that game turned out. I fully expected to lose.
Right.
So losing on final salvo of AP5 versus a shuttle is as good as I ever could have hoped for.
You mean having Rick give you a free option into Final Salvo was pretty nice?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. That's right. So Daniel has taken first player here. I just briefly want to go cover the lists because obviously we've had every one of Rick's games on here, so everybody knows Vader Afterburners, Lambda Shuttle with SD321, Pure Savak with Crackshot, and Vagabond. But Daniel's list has, I think, only been on our stream once so far. He's got a first order list that's not that dissimilar in the sense that he's got a generic FO fighter. He's got Hollow kind of as budget Vader, like really budget Vader. Thanison as sort of the Omicron group pilot, and Lieutenant Rivas as Sir going to explode pretty quick. So Daniel is setting up his ones, and then we'll wait for Rick to set up pretty much everything but Vader. So let's go to you two, Vince and Bobby. What do you expect to see in this matchup? What are you looking for if Daniel is going to pull the upset? Let's start with Vince.
Well, I'm gonna keep this as simple as humanly possible. Thanison needs to be worth his points and more. Like Thanison needs to be the primary damage dealer out of this list because Hollow's a support piece. At his core, Hollow is a support for somebody else. Thanison is the one with the majority of the points. He's the biggest gun. He's the most health. He's more than a third of the list by himself. You know, it would be the equivalent of saying, "What does Rick need to do? Not let Vader die."
Yeah. Yeah, I do want to note that in that vein, Thanison is only 4 points. No, sorry, it's like 8 points more expensive than Vader, so it is very similar. Bobby, what are your thoughts?
I think that if Daniel wants to pull this out, he needs to play super cagey, not race into any kind of engagement, and let Rick make a mistake.
Yeah. And Rick is doing something different than his prior setup. So he's got, rather than Vader being the help me do a hard stop without getting a stress piece, this time he's setting up the OGP with his flankers, which is interesting.
One thing that I would really love to see out of Daniel, and this is it's a very difficult combo to pull off when you don't have the initiative. If he can get the Thanison into Rivas combo, that will make it extremely easy for him to start knocking these strikers down, as they are not arc dodgers. Which, if for those who don't know, Thanison is, if somebody picks up a red or orange token at 0 to 2, Thanison can spend a charge to give them a tractor token. And then if that happens within a certain range of Rivas, let me double check. 1 to 2, he picks up a free lock on him, considering that TIE-FOs, in fact, have the target lock action. So it would be helpful, I would say.
Yeah, and those target locks are also going to be pretty handy in the beginning here because Daniel's going to pile all 3 on Hollow as well to give Hollow some tokens to shed down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby, you're the striker expert. What should Rick do with those?
Honestly, I think he needs to go straight from where he's at right now, stay at the top of that board, leverage his ability to use that high maneuverability to just kind of force ships to come at him up there, keep Vader out of the fight for a while, and just bait with those strikers because they do have so much maneuverability.
Yeah, and firepower. I mean, it's really nice to have a ship. Pure Sabak gets to throw an extra die as is, but it's really nice to have 2 ties that actually throw 3 dice as well.
Exactly.
On Daniel's side, he's got the 2 FOs, and they don't have equal firepower, right? So Rick very, very shortly thought about having Vader on this side of the board, and then changed his mind, which was smart.
Yeah, you don't want to serve Vader up to all 4 ships there.
I mean, and he wouldn't, right? But it just means Vader's predictable. Vader's going to hard turn away, and then here he has more options of kind of what to do with Vader, this way, and it's not so obvious what Daniel should do. So they need to turn off the grid. I will try to remind them by failing to toggle.
I think you can, yeah. Can't one of us do it?
I know I can't
there it goes.
as an observer, but
okay.
Yeah.
So
yep. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Nope. Go.
I wanted to ask, what black magic does Rick think he is getting away with these TIE strikers that the rest of us don't understand? Bobby, you're the guy he believes understands it. I like to believe I understand how a TIE striker works. They're not special in any kind of way besides, I get a free move, but they have advanced sensors.
It's the flexibility.
Basically.
It's that flexibility that they get to pre-position, and all of a sudden you look at, especially against Daniel's list where everything moves first for the most part, you have that ability to say, no, I'm going to get out of here. You dial in the 2 straight, you dial in a 1 straight, and you're like, okay, I want to get out of dodge, get behind this gas cloud, instead of turning into combat and be in a bad position. That flexibility makes them very, very valuable, especially in a game like this.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go out on a limb here, guys. I think probably the play from Daniel is going to be send Rivas, the Epsilon Cadet, into the clouds, kind of if you split the board into if you go left to right, I think he's probably going to send the two FOs into this gap between the gas clouds, Hollow probably behind them, and then maybe, I can't believe I'm saying this, flank with Thanison. But essentially what I'm thinking is he's going to try to push them into the blocks.
Yeah, I mean, to kind of build on that, like Daniel's disadvantage here is that he is going to be fired on before he really gets to shoot back with almost everything in his list, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he's got to get a key block or two off with those tie FOs, or he's kind of hosed. So he's got to. I feel like you're right. He's got to try to pull Rick through as much of the obstacles as he can, but bearing in mind that those damned strikers are going to have options, right? If Rick plays his card right, and this gets to how strong they are, like Daniel could put those FOs in great blocking positions and then just watch Rick be like, lol, right, and then left, or left and then right. So this is, I think, a tough matchup for Daniel from that perspective too, whereas he might be able to get plan his blocks pretty easily with the list he's got here. It's not so easy against strikers.
No, he can't. He doesn't have a list that can take a whole lot of full strength shots from both Pure and Vader. Like, if it were me, I'm going after Pure Sabak right away.
Yeah, that's usually the right call, I think. I mean, Bobby, what do you think? What should Daniel's target priority be?
I think he did the right thing here, leaving Thanison back in the corner and not moving him, sitting on that angle to kind of determine whether he goes right or left. If Vader had turned down, he takes Thanison over that direction towards Vader. I think right now he needs to find a way to get at Vader and leave the strikers up in the clouds if he can, or just get in and kill something fast. Because if he can kill Pure Sabak early, I don't think Vagabond's going to be as major an issue for him. He needs to get that extra die off the board.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, I think if he were, if Rick were to stumble Vader into a trap, then that becomes the target priority. But
Rick doesn't tend to play that way. So
right, he's aggressive with Vader, but he's not stupid. So he is going to put Pure Sabak out there because his whole, sort of strategy here is to use the strikers to cause chaos and get some early damage into things, and he doesn't care if they die, right? Because Vagabond,
as long as he's doing enough damage back that it's an equal trade or a better trade for him.
Well, I mean, Vagabond's 35 points and Pure Sabak is 45. So even if they go down, as long as they've put some damage into things, ultimately you don't care that much, right?
Right.
Yeah.
One thing that we do have to we do need to be conscious of is that Vader is not going to be able to link to really take full advantage of his linked action as long as Thanison is alive, because a 2 evade Vader is a very sad Vader.
Yep.
And if I were Daniel, I was ever going to take a look at shooting at Vader, I would bet everything on that happening.
Yeah, I think, and in that vein, it looks like Hollow is sort of at the moment his flanker for sure. I'm really interested to see which way Thanison does. Or did Thanison just hard stop this turn? Is that what he did? Yeah, he did. Right? Or no?
It has not shown up on mine yet, so.
Did he not move, Thanison? Or he's already said, oh, we're on to...
Yeah, they're on turn 2.
We're on turn 2. So, but he did hard stop the first time, right?
Yes, he did.
No, he bumped. He self-bumped the first time.
Gotcha. So both of the shuttles self-bumping. Gotcha. So he is following Thanison sort of behind Hollow, which I think is what you called, right, Vince?
It was my idea. He would, in order for me to be right, Hollow has to turn now to move up into the center of the board, and Thanison has to slide around to the further towards the right. I'm not positive about that based on what Rick's doing, though.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Hollow going fast here, too. Like, not turning in, but instead, so with Daniel turning his FOs kind of the way he did, he's trying to keep the gas clouds sort of in between, squads here. And that would make me think that maybe he's got ideas of Thanasin sort of going between the gas cloud and the rock where the moon is sort of on this map, and maybe sending Hollow the long way around, the rock itself, to kind of force Rick to decide, where he wants to commit.
Yeah, I'm just really I'm really worried with this list about Daniel making one wrong guess with Hollow, and Hollow just gets blown away by Vader.
Yep, for sure. Well, that's an argument, as you say, for him, not going very fast. Though, he could also feint that way and then just turn back around.
Yeah, like I think if he can stall for one more turn with Hollow, it would not be terrible for him to one hard up towards the two strikers that Rick is going to Rick will happily joust two strikers against two FOs.
Yep. So there is the 5 forward that I thought Daniel might be setting up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him kind of barrel roll to the right to give him more options here either. Yep. Daniel is a very deliberative player, and he uses his repositioning very much to kind of keep his options open as much as he can. And of course, as we've kind of been saying already, Hollow's fragile, so you want to give Hollow as many options as you can, really.
Yep.
And Vader did. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say here's one thing that I didn't consider. The Upsilon has red 3 hards. If anything is going to get him value out of that pattern analyzer, it's a red 3 hard.
You think right away here?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because I could see him.
I don't like.
Go ahead.
Either a 3 bank or a 3 hard.
Well, I mean, I could see him doing one more sort of 1 forward or what have you, just to play for time here too, and then save that 3 hard for when he thinks Vader's going to commit.
See, I like a big 3 bank in this turn.
I do too.
Yeah,
because it gives him better options facing that rock to go left, right, stop, and stay put. And he's got a lot more options with that 3 bank than he does the 3 hard for the next turn.
Yeah.
And Vader has to respect the possibility that if he does 3 hard, or if he does 3 bank, he'll just keep going straight.
Yep.
He'll just freight train right into Vader and take his chances against the strikers.
Well, I mean, and the thing is that unless Rick turns those strikers in, it's really going to be more like, he'll freight train in on the OGP, and that's 4 dice versus those 3. The OGP does not win that face-to-face matchup.
No.
So it looks like we are headed to round 3 now. I could see Rick going pretty fast with the strikers here to get through the gas cloud and start to put pressure on Daniel as well, because that's what they're for.
1 straight, 4 straight.
It would be a one straight, 3 straight out of.
Okay, they don't have a 4
Vagabond.
straight.
Yep.
They don't have a 4 straight. The most they can do is 5, including their aileron.
Mm-hmm.
I actually wouldn't be surprised to see Rick put them on both sides of that middle gas cloud. He does like to kind of give, take different lanes with each of those ships, and again, that kind of makes Daniel have to decide how to, approach, each of them.
1 straight out of Vagabond seems good because it keeps you back just enough. You're getting a 3 forward, basically. The 1 bank to the right out of Pure Sabak, followed by a 3 bank to the left, putting him around that gas cloud, still at the same angle to come in from behind on both of those FOs would be good too.
Yeah. I've said this a few times as we've streamed Rick's game, but be prepared for Rick to often have his dials down very quickly. He has a list he's very familiar with, the pieces of, and he is a gut player, so he's going to make his decisions quickly. Daniel is, as I've said, a little bit of a more deliberative player among our crew. He's not, Patrick Hansen deliberative, but he will take a little bit of time to think about his options.
Should start calling him Spassky for how long he takes to make decisions.
And welcome Tommy listening in and talking trash about Rick's boring list in our top chat.
He's doing the Lord's work.
He's doing Lord Isophane's work?
Yes,
That's true.
he's serving multiple masters at the moment.
So if you're Daniel, what do you do with the FOs here?
Oh, the FOs are just in such a bad place in this matchup. They're really only good as blockers
Yeah.
because they'll never survive a straight shootout, and they don't have anyone behind them to shoot. There aren't enough of them really to stack up with blocks and pour those dice on.
5 forwards seem good.
So, in case you all didn't see, Daniel used Snoke to take a look at Vader's dial. Vader will be doing a 1 forward, so a little bit more conservative than I would have expected with Vader there. And I was wondering if Daniel might accelerate the FOs here to sort of head towards the shuttle and maybe Vader.
And there's that 3 bank for me and Bobby.
And the 5 forwards out of the FOs. No surprises there.
Yep.
He's bumped the shuttle every single turn. Rick
Slow
has.
rolling him in.
Yep. And he's got an opportunity to do that again next turn, given that he's just going 1 forward with Vader now. So if you're hollow, do you just 1 hard here? Barrel roll again?
No, I'd keep pushing up towards the edge.
Yeah.
I think 1 bank actually does a good positioning here. Gives you the option to stay behind that rock and bait. Doesn't overcommit you where you're staring still away from the fight.
So here
And I think
comes Vagabond.
Okay, so that 1 straight from Vader is actually going to open up an opportunity for Daniel to get rid of one of these, one or both really of the strikers next turn.
So 1 hard, 1 hard, 1 hard, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, you could 1 bank with the shuttle and probably have pretty good odds of having your whole arc out there.
Yeah, that's fair too. Yeah, because Vader can't really reach them to sort of save those 2 strikers, really. So
No, and he can't because of where Hollow's going. He can't even think about a 3 bank afterburners because he'll get outmaneuvered.
Right. Yep. I mean, and Hollow could also just 1 hard and go in on those on Vagabond if he can get arc next turn too, and still have the options to come back around that rock the next turn.
Yeah, I just think that Hollow is probably okay. I think he just set up to do that. I just don't know. He's going to have to go to the right because nobody in their right mind is going to 1 hard Hollow right in front of Vader at that angle.
Right.
Yeah, he'll eat him alive. That's 3 bank afterburners into dump the house of tokens all day.
Yeah. So Vader probably if barrel rolls here, right, to make that 3 bank next turn a little bit easier too.
I don't know if he can fit a roll towards the board edge.
Oh no, I meant the other way.
Yeah, toward the rock.
Toward the rock.
I don't think I want to give Hollow that much room around my side though.
Yeah, but Hollow's got to do a bank unless he's willing to brave the rock. He's not going to be facing you the right way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's a thing he has to do. I'm just, I'm thinking, if he wants to make Daniel have to think about, what Vader could do to, Thanasin if Thanasin turns towards, the strikers, then. But it looks like he has chosen not to. So he just focused, no shot. I think Vagabond probably has the only shot here.
Yeah, and this is
Hollow having to pass his token.
Yep.
I don't think he cares about that though.
Off. Well, he wanted to pass that evade token. I think he was hoping to get it up to one of his FOs.
Yeah, he might have been. That might have actually been, in fact, the whole reason for his barrel roll.
That's possible. He may also wanted to be wanting to protect the shields on Thanasin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Vagabond's just a hair out for Thanasin, unfortunately.
I agree.
And just a hair out on the.
That is close.
For Sabak.
That's great for Daniel. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Because he's gonna 1 hard. He's gonna 1 hard both of these FOs this turn. Next turn, and probably 1 bank. Or you know what? Yeah, just 1 hard. I would say one hard Thanison and set off your pattern analyzer.
We got a range 3 shot into Revis, or I'm sure he's going to take it into Revis here.
Ben berating our players in the Vassal
I know,
chat.
for God's sake.
As you should.
I had to do it.
As is appropriate for their failure.
Does he
Okay.
have range 3 into Thanison?
No, he's going at Rivas.
Yep.
So, bit of an above average roll there. And Rivas laughs.
Speaking of above average rolls.
Yeah, that's a pretty... Now, I have to say, you probably like to see the above average evades there in this first round, right?
Oh yeah, as many turns as you can get through with these tie FOs still, alive.
Yeah.
Is just going to be that many more blocks they land later in the game,
Yeah.
and you're really hoping to get some double mods off of Rivas against these the strikers.
Yeah, and that is also the trade-off a little bit with the strikers is that a 2-die gun can hit a striker because they're only rolling 2 defense dice at range 1 and 2. So
yeah, absolutely.
Now that we're in engagement range, and Vader's not going to probably be able to hit those FOs at all if they're behind that gas cloud. They're in pretty good shape, I think, to put some damage on one of them, either Vagabond or Pure Sabak.
Well, I don't think Vagabond's going to get shot this round. I think he's going to do a 1 bank, 2 sloop over to that board edge and not be anywhere he can be shot. Sabak's probably going to have to take the abuse.
So if you're Daniel, then you definitely do not want to go fast to the left with the FOs.
No, you want to just do the 1 hard slow.
Do you
keep it as far back as possible?
Yeah, do you one hard barrel roll to the left and get out of the way of Rivas and let Rivas pound Pure Sabak here?
I don't think you 1 hard. I don't think you barrel roll because I don't think you want to put yourself closer to where Vagabond might be. You might be able to keep it at range 2.
Okay.
3 on 3 is a lot better than 4 on 3.
I think I might start pushing the Epsilon Cadet up towards Vader.
And that wouldn't be a bad call either.
Because you do have essentially, I'm gonna recheck the rules on Snoke, but isn't he essentially a board wide version of?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he just used that on Vader last turn. I mean, actually, in that vein, do you just ignore the strikers if you're Daniel and go hard at Vader?
No. They're you do not want Sabak sitting on the side of Thanos and just taking 5 dice chunks out of him every turn. Sabak has to go.
All right.
You've got enough in Hollow and the Epsilon to at least slow Vader down for 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And that should be enough for you to blow Sabak off the face of the earth.
Right.
I would say 3 bank evade from the Epsilon, 1 bank focus from Rivas, and 1 hard 1 hard from Thanison. 1 hard left. Hollow, I have no idea what to do. Daredevil or outmaneuver instead of Daredevil is so weird on a tie BA. That's the epitome of jank, unfortunately.
I mean, I if I'm Daniel, I think I do 1 hard left to put further pressure on the strikers because Vader. I mean, he could clear that distance, but you'd at least have the option to barrel roll and chain that to something.
That's true, and it also, with that barrel roll down into the left back towards the board edge, you would be able to probably take a chunk out of Vagabond if he does sloop.
Yeah.
So, okay, I could buy that. I'd buy that for $1.
Rick is very sad that Sabak did not get arc this last turn. The rest of us are...
Fast with Rivas. 3 bank out of Rivas.
3 bank?
Yeah.
Cloud City.
He's going after Vader.
Wait. I don't know if that doesn't make sense.
Did he put that down open?
Yeah, he did.
Interesting. Well, it's not visible now.
Yeah. I mean,
that you know what that reminds me of? Well, it's like one of those old Looney Tunes cartoons. Nobody saw anything.
I don't recall, Your Honor.
Yeah. See, like this is what I was saying. That's not.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
well, I mean, if Daniel expects, Rick to play conservatively with the strikers, expecting them to go all, his list to go all in on
He
that.
got away with it.
I don't hate this, just in the sense of, making Vader make really bad decisions potentially. Because if Vader, does, 3 bank, he's kind of in a real heap of trouble. Also, if you one hard Hollow here, that discourages Sabak from coming in too quickly, because Hollow could do some work.
Get it again with this freaking Omicron.
Even with a 3 straight, he was still too. He was trying to get in on this.
Yep. Now, of course, Sabak, or not Sabak, if Vagabond is slooping, he does still have the, pre-sloop choice here, which, I don't know that there's an angle that is going to work here, but 2 sloop. Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about.
He gambled on him going after Vader, and he's going to get these nice broadsides into
He is
Dennison.
gonna get. Yep, that's a 1 bank. That's a 1 straight 3 bank. Oh, he played it cagey with Sabak in case Thanison turned in.
Yep.
Oh god, Thanison's gonna lose a lot of health here.
There is the one hard I expected.
Yep, and he's tucked in right behind that rock. Barrel roll to your barrel roll down into the left.
Now the question is, if you're going to target lock here, do you target lock Vagabond or pure Sabak?
You absolutely target lock Vagabond. You absolutely target
Strip
lock
the
Vagabond.
focus.
Yeah, you want that gone. Because Rivas really is. You let Rivas go.
So there's the lock.
Blasted this turn.
And he's already at range 2. You don't necessarily have to take the barrel roll. You wouldn't have to consider a barrel roll here.
Right. No.
You can target lock focus.
I kind of like the roll just because it buys me more space if I want to go after Sabak next turn.
Well, and he can pass the strain off to Vagabond, so Vagabond's rolling 1 die.
He can't pass tokens to enemies. It's not Paylob.
Oh, never mind. I'm awake.
I mean, I just put it on the ESC.
I'd put it on Rivas.
Yeah.
He's going to die anyway.
No, force him, bait him into taking a shot at ESC.
And so Vader does a 5 forward.
Afterburners around the rock.
Yeah. Well, he won't get around the rock, but he's got a pretty good shot here.
That's around the rock. That's unobstructed.
That's unobstructed, no question.
Yeah. He's definitely getting rid of that strain token.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Actually, no. You know what? He can pass the target lock.
That's true.
He can pass Vader's target lock onto the Epsilon.
Yep. That's definitely the right call.
Nuts. Yeah.
I wonder
I'm right on that. Am I not?
Yeah. It's absolutely. It's a red. I mean, it's a token that belongs to Hollow. Hollow can pass it.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Just make Vader start shooting range 2. Base dice.
Yep. That does look like range 1 here, though, but still, not being able to turn the hit to a crit is just as important as getting rid of the target lock.
And no rerolls.
Yeah, and no rerolls. And reducing the die. So there is the target lock.
Taking a full die. I just hope Daniel realizes it.
I guarantee Daniel realizes it. I already played him, and he's a thinker when it comes to this list already.
Yeah.
It's just Hollow is he's still new, and
you know what? Rivas has a shot at Vader.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. You'll see. I mean, not Rivas. Sorry, Thanison.
Yes, Thanison does have a shot at Vader.
That's good.
At least it's very close.
No, he does. That he does. Yeah. I don't think Rivas or the ESC have a shot at anybody. But
there goes the target lock. Scoops gone.
Yep.
Hollow, yep. Lol target lock thing. Ben with the incisive commentary.
Well, that's why I did it in chat, not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's Hollow's ability there is just so key. I mean, I think Rick did the right thing nonetheless because he called that the list sort of doing the we're going for Vader, so he doesn't want to be anywhere out there in that gap where now the shuttle is, but he also doesn't get the benefit, the huge benefit that the TIE Advance gets from that target lock. So
advanced computer is so ridiculous.
Yep.
Now, if you're Rick, do you put all your shots into Thanison right now?
Yes.
Nope. Wait. He thinks it's range 2?
It is range 2.
It is.
Yep.
Man, that sucks, Rick.
Well, he gets his shield in.
Heroic? Question mark.
Yeah, that's rough. I
think if I had the abilities, if I was going to play a TIE BA, I think I would take evade target lock just about every turn.
I've one of our local players pretty much does that with Hollow every time, and he's very good with Hollow. So
that ability to just chuck Vader's target lock into oblivion is so hilarious.
Yeah. All right, so we got range 2 on Vagabond, and I think we agree you try to strip that token, and that's where he's got the target lock anyway. So
yeah,
here we go. I guess you spend the focus here.
Well, you spend your target lock first.
Ah, yes.
Now you spend your focus.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't try to preserve the focus, to be honest. But there's Vagabond having to spend the focus. That's exactly what he wanted. So.
Yeah. This is going to be Sabak right into Rivas with the crack shot. He's going to go for the one tap.
Which,
Well,
Rivas is 27 points, so who cares?
I wouldn't be mad if he shot Thanison.
I mean, I don't like the idea of splitting fire, so I think I probably do hit Thanison myself. But it looks like Rick is thinking about that crack shot. So,
I mean, if you got it, use it.
Get your value point.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would think. Well, I can't see. Is it? Yeah, Hollow's obstructed, so never mind. So yeah, it's Rivas.
That hit blank focus. Oh, there you go, boy. So that's half on Rivas, assuming he spends the crack. Yep. But having him spend it on that, and Thanison not taking a 5 or 4 die from Pure is absolutely worth that turn.
Yep, that's 14 points for Rick, for half points on Rivas.
Yep.
So yeah, I totally take that. Now here with range 2, I'd be tempted actually to take a shot at Hollow.
You think so?
Yeah, you have a chance to get half points.
That's true.
He's got no mods. Red dice are better than green dice. 3 versus 3. I think I'd take that shot. And Rick is aggressive, so I would expect him to take that shot.
Yeah, but Rick will take a 4v1 if he can get it.
Yeah, but Hollow's. I mean, ultimately, you've got to get some damage into Thanison, so I don't think either is a wrong call.
I would just be terrified of letting the Batwing fly around the board with a bunch of 4 health, no shield ships and Vader when he's got optics and a see.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think it's the wrong call. I would be tempted.
Force is a really good way to get 4 damage out of a 4 die shot.
Unless he's playing against me and then he rolled a lot of blanks.
So that stripped focus
just cost him 4 damage.
I'm going to just keep needling Rick.
Ben trying to tilt one of our players mid-game is the epitome of objective commentary.
I am more on the militant side of the militant casuals thing, so So we've got range 3 and obstructed, so it's going to be 4 attacks versus 5 on Vader.
Oh!
And that's going to be 4 hits. Oh.
We might see some shields here. Yep. There goes
What?
one of them.
Yep. You'll take that all day on Vader.
Oh, yeah. But look, 20%. Every time, 20%.
Yep. All right, so that was a violent turn. What happens now?
This is so. What we haven't said, and I think you guys will agree with me as soon as I say it. Daniel's in a terrible position.
Yeah. Well, I mostly agree, unless he goes all in on the shuttle this turn.
Yes.
I think if he goes hard at the shuttle, there's nothing Vader or, unless Rick calls it, there's nothing Vader or the Strikers can do about that this turn.
I think one-harding Thanison is not a bad play here. One hard to the right.
Towards Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you could do that. I just worry about Sabak coming in behind. I mean, like, the last thing
I would have. That's what I would have Hollow coming behind him. I would have Hollow try to jump Thanison and, just pray Sabak isn't there or Vagabond isn't there.
Oh, actually, and in that point, I don't think a one hard to the right fits for Thanison.
Not with Hollow sitting there.
Because Hollow's sitting there, right?
Yeah, but I want Thanison with a force and a pattern analyzer action staring at Vader.
I'm just not sure you'll end up that with where the block would end up happening. Now, on the bright side, you would still be in the way, but I suspect that Vagabond's just going to be doing a sloop here, and then
like a 5. I would worry. The only thing that would worry me is if Vader 5-straighted, because the shuttle can't turn around at all.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's, again, the value to just go all in on his shuttle. And, it's only 40, I mean, it's 47 points, but it's also a 3-gun ship. And, and more to that point, if Rick doesn't expect it, the Strikers and Vader are going to be nowhere to be seen in this round of combat.
Yeah, because Sabak can't turn in. He's got a cloud right there.
Exactly.
It's a strain. Normally Strikers can get away with flying across a cloud, not in this position. He will take that cloud if he stays there.
I'm going to tell Tommy. Tommy wants me to troll Rick, but I think he should just join the Vassal room and troll him himself.
I agree. By our powers combined, Rick will throw this game.
No, we are objective here.
Objectively trying to determine that Rick's going to throw the game.
Objectively trying to tilt Rick.
The tournament gets a lot more interesting if Rick is 4-1. So that's kind of what I'm rooting for.
I mean, it's still the number one list being the number one list, but it's more interesting if he's not undefeated.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
So do you 5-straight Epsilon here? Just to get him away from Vader?
Yes.
You know what? This is a dumb idea. You can one-hard Hollow onto the shuttle, too, and just go for the gank. I mean, just absolutely dump the house on him.
Yeah.
Because Vader has no way of turning around and getting guns on Hollow.
Right.
Or I should say any meaningful shot.
Yeah, I suspect that Rick realizes he's in a bit of a pickle with Vader here.
Although, does a 3-hard with Vader fit? God,
well, I wonder if he, he has already used one of his afterburners, but I wonder if he 3 Talons and then, kind of comes in the other direction.
Puts him too close to that rock for the next turn.
I meant the other direction.
I'd rather just K-turn if you're going to Talon.
I mean, I wouldn't.
The 4K is better there than the Talon
he'd be
roll.
staring at a rock.
I mean, I don't do either of those, to be perfectly honest, but I'm just saying. Like, he might want to try to create a different angle here with Vader, rather than, But I think the easy play is you go fast forward this turn and turn in on the shuttle down the road. If you're Vader.
I don't know if it's me or you guys, but you guys are robo voicing really hard.
I don't hear it out of either of you.
Can somebody listen to the stream and see if we're robo voicing on there? Or maybe they can answer us if we're robo voicing.
Tommy,
because everything
Tommy,
sounds good for me, which means that the going out to the stream should be fine.
Okay, it may just be Discord.
Yeah.
An oddly appropriate name for this program, honestly. I mean, yeah, my mind's telling me no, but my body said yeah. My body says yes. Just 5 straight, both of the FOs.
Yeah.
And what's the fastest thing you got on an Upsilon?
I think it's 4 forward is the fastest.
Looks like they got a 3 straight. Is their fastest?
Is it 3 is the fastest? Does he? Oh, he does have it down. It's just up there. Yes, 3 straight is the fastest. Yeah, I think you 5-5-3, and then Hollow also hard turns that direction, and just get all guns on the shuttle. Get it off the table.
It's going for the gank on 50 points is not a bad idea.
Yeah, and it's going for the gank where unless Rick calls it, he can't do much about it this turn.
No, he would have to bet that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, it may not leave Daniel in a strong position for the following turn, but he still at least has most of the debris and stuff, between him to give him a little bit of time to straighten things out. So, okay, Randy is saying that we sound fine. So, and Brian says we sound fine. So, it's probably Discord back to you that's fucked up, Vince. So,
nothing new there.
I mean, if that's what it is, it's all good, right? Because our listeners are getting what they need. Which is my bullshit,
me,
and your bullshit.
And we're not worried about you, Vince. So that's
and then Bob.
That's what I was gonna say. I expect no special preference at all.
All right, so Snoke, Lambda gets his Lambda shuttle to bank. Yep. So he wanted to know what that shuttle was doing, which suggests
he's all in on the Lambda.
Wow.
5 forward.
And a cry of "Yeet!" was heard across the internet.
And there's another 5 forward. And is this the 3 forward, or does he stop here and try to cause a log jam behind the cloud? I wouldn't, but I could see him doing it. I think he's trying to figure out what to do with... Yep, focuses for the previous 2. Sorry, Thandison, I meant.
What?
Come on, Thandison, what you doing?
Is there a reason that I don't know about that he's taking target locks?
I mean, he knows where the shuttle's going to be, and he's probably not too worried about the shuttle. I mean, the shuttle fires on the same initiative as the rest of those guys, so maybe he's just trying to, like I said, trying to do maximum damage on the shuttle. Yep.
Yep, 3 straight.
Super smart. That shuttle is super fucked.
He is not going to be able to one hard right to follow with Hollow though. So Hollow's got to go somewhere else.
I think Hollow fits.
Yeah, I think that's too close.
I mean, it's not going to matter if he dialed it in.
Something just disappeared. Oh, the dials did.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like what just happened? Oh.
All right. So I guess you reinforce front if you're Rick. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see.
Otherwise, you'd probably take 6 or 7 damage this turn.
Yep.
Still might.
Yeah, I still think Hollow can get in there.
You're a brave man, braver than me.
All right, so 1 forward, 2 sloop is my guess here.
Oh, if he one hard's left with Hollow, Vagabond is dead.
Oh.
No 1 hard left.
So he's following. So he figured that that Daniel would pursue. This is probably then a 2 sloop. Nope. Oh, wow.
Same 1 hard.
Oof. All of a sudden, Hollow's in the danger zone.
Yeah, he is. All right, Hollow, what you doing?
Don't turn left.
Don't crash. Oh no.
He
I don't
hit
think.
on the right one. He hit on the right one.
Yeah, I don't think Vagabond has arc.
No, but I think Vader's going to.
Yeah, I think Vader's going to. And
Well,
that's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah, I think you're right.
But yeah, you know what? You know what we just realized? It doesn't matter.
Pass the lock.
It doesn't matter. That is the most hilarious, specific interaction. And Vader's not going to have arc on the shuttle. He can throw this straight to Rivas.
Oh man, I wish we knew whether that one hard would have fit.
You know what? I'm not sure it even has to. He's just drinking. He's just soaking up Vader right now.
Yeah, that's true. Though, you know,
that's an expensive
Thanisson's going to take a lot of
shots.
damage this turn too.
But strictly speaking, Bobby, it's value. He's getting value out of keeping Rick's best offensive piece from ever getting the big kill shot.
Yeah.
That's good. And he'll be able to pass that target lock off. And
yeah, he can pass it straight to Rivas. There it goes. It's gone. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Hold on.
Who needs passive sensors on Vader?
Nobody. And now it is only 2 dice, which is great.
Yeah, it's incredible. And look, Hollow can 3 hard boost around the gas cloud next turn as long as he doesn't die.
Yep. That's oof. And he just laughs at it.
Safe.
Just roll evades.
The most expensive ship on Rick's list is useless against the best ship that Daniel has. That's an incredible interaction that we didn't realize earlier.
Yep.
Problem is now Vagabond's going to take a chunk out of Thanison.
Yep. God, Rick, use the right control.
It's his first game. Pretend like he knows nothing, because that's normal for Rick.
I don't have to pretend that Rick doesn't know anything about X-Wing.
Oh, that's true.
Rick still thinks Duchess is competitive.
Yeah, you're going to hear about that one.
He can say whatever he wants. I'm right, and he knows it.
I don't know. I've always liked Duchess. I don't know how. I think she's A minus.
I like her
she's
just
S tier, but
the options. The option to, decide whether to use the ailerons is super powerful. If you know what you're doing with strikers.
She's a not as good Nantex.
No, she's better than the Nantex currently.
Ooh,
that's ugly.
That's what I was worried about.
Coming from the quad Nantex player.
Oof. Now Daniel's in a tough spot here.
I don't spend it. Take the hit.
Yeah, he takes it. Yeah.
You have plenty of health.
Well, you won't after this shot if it's the same roll.
Yeah. That's the problem, is that you can only take so many of those, and Daniel doesn't really have a way to get any kind of gun on Sabak anytime soon.
Yeah. So here, I feel like he's going to have to probably... Oh, he doesn't even have the choice.
See?
He's just going to have to eat it.
Yep.
That power regulator?
He doesn't care. Thanison will be dead before he ions.
Oh, yeah. Plus, he's going to pattern analyze a stop next turn, and Vagabond's just going to hit him, just going to bounce off.
Well, maybe.
No, you one straight aileron, 2 right sloop, and then you have that nice broadside into...
Yeah, I was going to say.
Into Thanison, and you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to get your action anyway, but you still get your shot.
Yeah.
Sabak may be in a bad spot to get a shot on Thanison, but...
So now we should see the exchange of ones.
Yep.
Oh, that is half points on...
oh, yeah, it is.
On the... So that's
42
more. No, 41 more.
Ooh, Vassal hates rerolls. Oh, no, and he just... Well, there's a waste of a perfectly good reinforce.
Oh,
God.
well, that's why he target locked.
No, not with Rivas. He did. Oh, he did.
He gets the target lock with Rivas because it's a red token
Oh.
assigned.
Jeez.
What did I just said it? I just said it 2 seconds ago. Vassal hates rerolls.
Well, Rick's dice have definitely been better this turn than.
There we
but
go.
there you go. Yep. So that should get the crit through.
That'll be half on the shuttle.
Well, more importantly, both of them are critted too.
Yes. I would love to see a damage sensor array on the OGP.
And it is a damage sensor array.
Wow.
Nice call.
The prophet has returned. My powers are back to me finally.
I'm letting Rick know you predicted the DSA just to extra wreck him.
So for people who don't know or who haven't guessed yet, the reason I wanted that so bad, under no circumstances do I want the OGP coordinating Vader a barrel roll and giving him an open 3-bank afterburners to follow Hollow.
All right, so now did the OGP already fire?
Nope.
I do not believe
No,
so.
it shouldn't have, right? Because Daniel has initiative. Yeah.
He's chosen the firing arc, and he has shots at pretty much everybody.
Yep. Yeah, and he's going to go for the kill on Rivas, which is the right call. All right, hit crit's pretty good. Blank out here kills Rivas. Rivas laughs.
That's not a blank out.
Nope. Daniel's greens have been pretty good when he's had some dice to roll.
His red dice have not been, however.
No, his red dice have not been.
You know what? Daniel's red dice haven't been that bad. It's really that one thing on that one roll on Rivas that just choked.
Yep. All right, so we're on to the next round here. So that is half points on the shuttle for Daniel. So Daniel gets himself 37 points. Rick is in the lead by about 15. No,
what,
17.
About 70 to 50 something?
It's oh, you know what? No, let's see. Hollow's not at half yet. The SC's not at half, right? So it's 65 to 37. 50. Yes. No, hold on. Yeah. 55 to 37.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thanisson's smoking a little bit. He's not going to get value out of that ship this game. It's already obvious.
I still think the hard stop's the right call.
Yeah,
I do too. I love the hard stop.
If you're Rick though, and you plan on that, do you just plow the OGP into it, or do you just do one forward?
You know what you could do if you wanted to block that, you one hard Rivas and roll him out. Roll him back towards Thanison. And that also might give you a shot on Vagabond if he does go for the sloop.
Well, I think Vagabond sloops to the left, right?
To the left?
Or
I don't know if that fits.
I'd worry about the rock with the sloop to the right.
No, because you one straight aileron and then sloop to the right, you're fine.
Exactly.
But the left does give you better options of avoiding those TIE fighters coming back.
I don't think
they're going to have to K-turn.
The left fits.
I'm not sure it does.
One bank.
I mean, Vader can just too hard in here, right?
Oh yeah, no. Thanisson's going to take Vader. Thanisson's probably dead this turn.
So do you think Hollow thinks about maybe doing a sloop here?
Yeah, I don't have another. I don't have any other way to maybe try to save or at least trade well with Thanison.
Yeah.
Rick is asking something about Hollow.
Hollow's going to enjoy doing a 2 sloop.
Rick is relating a conversation that was happening.
Yeah.
So four Ks for both the ties to keep guns on the shuttle and to set up for next turn.
Yeah.
Thanison does the very predictable hard stop.
So the only way Vader could too harder here is if he clears out with those 2 strikers, and I mean clears out completely.
Yeah. Well, I think he can.
As long as Vagabond's out of the way, he's safe to make
Yeah.
that too hard.
Yeah. Depending on where Pure Sabak ends up, but
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got the ailerons.
Well, Pure's gonna bounce off his aileron. He doesn't have a move that'll clear that.
well, no, he could do a right bank.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
OGP tries to run.
Yeah. Does not make it.
does not make it. And he cannot, and he can't reinforce.
Correct. And honestly, I don't know why you bother doing that. I mean, and also that might block Vagabond trying to sloop to the right now.
No, that sloop from Vagabond is you could put it on you could carve it in stone. Here it comes.
No.
What?
Well, that just made things very good for Rick. I mean, sorry, for Daniel. That's weird. But I do think, by the way, he would have ended up hitting the OGP with a sloop to the right.
Yes.
So that might be why he decided not to do it. I don't think the sloop to the left makes it through either from here.
You know what? The other thing I want to check on. Hang on. I want to see what is Thanos's specific rule again? Does his thing have to be an arc?
I believe it does.
Oops.
Yeah, okay, it is. I was thinking that if it was just any range, he was worried about maybe getting rock.
Daniel has 28 points, by the way. Not 37.
Daniel only has 28 points.
Yep.
You know what? That's a great turn for Thanos. He's only going to get shot once. I mean,
well,
it's gonna be
now where the hell is Vader going?
He's too harding. That too hard's. Oh.
Oh man. Well, actually, he'll be able to throw that target lock away. So I don't know what Rick was talking about.
Yeah,
Vader's going to be freaking sad. Rick must have been assuming that
Thanison was going to be out of range.
Thanison wasn't going to move, which is a silly, silly assumption.
Also, this is an outmaneuver shot from Hollow onto Vagabond.
Yeah. Or Pure Sabak.
Or I'm sorry, that's what I meant was Pure Sabak.
Either of them. You're right.
I'm going for Pure Sabak.
I'm saying lol TL right now because it's going to be Sir not appearing in this shot. I'm just going to put that into chat. Oh yeah, 24, not 28. God, I'm reading these numbers wrong.
Guys, that's range 2 from Vader, I think.
It's close.
It is getting closer every turn, but oh my god, if it's range 2, Rick might lose his mind. Okay, It is range 1.
I mean, it's still 3 versus 3, both with focuses. Hollow probably gets to half points.
Oh, and he whiffed it. Oh, it's beautiful.
I mean, it's not a whiff. It's
not 4.
Yeah, for sure. And if Daniel Natty's out of this, then that would be great.
And he's been doing it so far.
Yeah. Well, you can't count it.
He has the focus, so he can use that on defense as well.
That's what I was going to say. I don't even care if I have to spend the focus. I just want to make Vader waste shots.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, you shoot Pure Sabak, Daniel. You are not going to get a better shot.
Well, Daniel hasn't rolled his defense dice yet.
Daniel hasn't rolled defense dice yet.
He hasn't rolled defense dice yet.
Yeah. Hold on.
To add insult to injury.
Just roll natties. Okay.
I don't want to say anything yet, but this could end up being a huge turn.
Did he fire at Vader?
He whipped it.
Was it Vader or was it who did he fire at?
You rolled 3 dice. That's Vader.
No, he rolled 4. Oh, right. Yes, that's Vader.
That's Vader.
Which is the right call here.
You know what? I don't hate it.
Put Vader down to one hole.
Flip table. There it is. Ouch!
Now-
Unpopular.
Now, that is half points on Vader, so I'm going to fuck up this math multiple times, but that was the 37 that I was pulled the shuttle's number pulled Vader's number earlier rather than this. So
To quote my favorite fictional broadcaster in all of film history, "Ouch town population, you bro."
Oh,
I like that. That escalated quickly.
Yeah, dude. Hey, on the bright side, Vader still got a token for. Oh,
wait, nothing.
Yeah. Ouch.
So, guys, just keep thinking about what this means. Hollow is going to be safe from Vader for like the next 3 turns, and he's going to be behind while Pierce Sabak and Vagabond.
Brandon just chirped us. It worked, so it's right. I mean, I think you put 4 dice on 3 dice anytime you get Vader in that position, but I'm not a good player, and Brandon is, so.
I have PTSD against Vader, so no. And the shuttle, meanwhile, is trolling its way to survival.
Yep.
Oh, that's so incredible.
So that was Rivas.
Here comes 5 dice. Bang!
Oh my God.
Oh, beautiful.
And that is a dead shuttle.
OGG says good night.
Okay. So that turn just flipped this game.
Ooh, look at all the pretty cards come out on the table.
It's like a piñata. It's a damage card piñata.
And any love for my comment in chat?
Twist. It's a twist.
Okay, so
Very twisty.
what was that? What was that guy?
This is probably the back arc on the shuttle firing.
Firing at one of the 2
Yeah.
FOs.
And Daniel laughed at it with his evades.
Should we say? Do you want to put it in the chat again, Ben?
What's that?
Just
roll evades.
Just roll that.
I can't. I hope we can't forget to take this chat log and put it in the luck thing, because I want to see how incredible Daniel's evades have been.
Oh, he's so far above the curve at this point. And the only 2 times that Rick has rolled defense die with Vader, he's rolled 6 out of 7 blanks.
I mean, I told Daniel that I was looking forward to this matchup because if there's somebody who can kill Vader when he shouldn't be able to, that is Daniel's reputation. So
that is that his magical power?
It totally is. So if you're Rivas, do you just 1 forward or hard? Well, you can't hard stop. You're stressed. So I guess you 1 forward.
You mean Thanison?
Thanison. I keep saying Rivas for some reason. Sorry, Thanison. Yes.
I think I turn right.
Well, he with like a 2 hard. Because any red turn he can't do because he's stressed this turn.
So ugly.
I mean, I think you just clear the stress and get an action again and just soak damage.
You know what? 1 bank. Just 1 bank. Just 1 bank to the right. So then, oh God, no, you're off the board in 2 turns if you do that.
Yeah.
Christ, there's just not a good play at all, is there?
1 straight.
1 straight. And just be there to soak damage.
Yeah.
1 straight, reinforce the.
And,
I like a 1 straight reinforce.
Reinforce rear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you race in with the
Has Stannis
FOs.
rolled a blank on offense yet?
Yes.
Once. On 13 dice, he has 1 blank.
No, remember on the shuttle last turn he rolled focus blank blank.
Did he? That's not enough dice.
No, that's not enough dice. I'm thinking of the ties. Never mind. One of the ties. Both ties sucked, but he was good. So it averages out. It's fine. Okay, so what do you do with Hollow this turn? Because Vader's probably going to Talon Roll Afterburner, right?
I Talon roll what to the left and then boost back in.
Yeah, because I think you would expect Hollow to go after Sabak or Vagabond this turn. I don't think you have a good pathway to really do anything else.
Let's see, what does this thing have? I might 3-hard Hollow and use barrel roll and then try to adjust with my barrel roll.
3-hard's not blue, and he does still have that stress.
Oh, you are still stressed.
Yeah.
I guess think then you got two sloop, two bank right. Or left, I should say.
One hard left, barrel roll left.
One hard onto the gas cloud? Question mark.
I don't know why the gas cloud's not showing up in the right spot on my screen.
Okay,
I don't see a gas cloud there.
I don't hate. Sorry, Ben. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say there's a white too hard to kind of stay in the way of pure Sabak, and if you were about to say you don't hate it, I feel the same way.
I don't hate it at all. Because now if you chase with the ties with the strikers, you're flying right into Rivas in the Epsilon.
Yeah, but I actually suspect Vagabond's gonna probably sloop, like bank or one forward, two sloop to the right.
What, he's gonna go after? He's gonna try to turn around on Hollow? No, he's just decided to fly right into an Epsilon? Question mark?
Well, it's only gonna be one, and it's the one who has taken no damage yet.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Hollow is gonna be on him.
Yeah, I think I was thinking the two bank to the left with Hollow and then do your shenanigans, because Vader can't really follow. Wow. Oh, I do not like Sabak's positioning at all.
I hate everything about what he just did.
And he was trying to get around maybe Thanasin, if Thanasin had gone one forward, is my guess.
Is there a way Vader three... Guys, Vader's got an open 3-bank boost into Thanasin.
Yeah, and I think that's okay. I mean, I think Thanasin is not long for this world.
I would just love to... That better be a strain token.
It is not. It is
a deplete.
Deplete.
Yikes.
Well, he's going to pass a deplete off to...
Oh, yeah, you chuck it to Thanasin. Yeah,
yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to give Thanasin a strain. He'll give him a deplete because he's not shooting.
Yeah, because he took the target lock on pure Sabak.
Oh, boy.
I'm actually... I don't think... No. Oof.
Oof. You are crazy. Rick Ruddell, you are insane.
Well, he doesn't have to take the target lock.
Well, he can take the target lock. Oh, he has it there.
He has it because it got thrown from Hollow.
You barrel roll right to get out of Arc of Thanasin?
You do not barrel roll because if you do that, you are going to give Rivas.
Yeah. Well, no, how many charges
you can use
does he
a
have
force
left?
for it and not take a...
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you want to barrel roll to the right because you get closer to those other guns, and I would be tempted to try to take that one damage off of Vader at that point.
I might do it anyway.
I might do it anyway as well, because if Vader's off the board, Hollow's just going to finish off everything else.
Yeah, Hollow will kill both of them, because Pure's going to be rolling one die.
He
did it.
Because he'll take the two shots with Vader and Vagabond trying to erase Thanasin so that he can hopefully Talon roll behind.
I mean, I also, given where Vader is right now, I also don't hate just taking Pure Sabak off the board and letting Thanasin die.
We should predict we should get ready for an epic table flip if Vader whiffs this shot. I mean, Rick might literally throw his laptop.
He's not going to whiff this one. It's fine.
Well, you say that.
And actually, that makes the decision on the weapons, disable pass that much easier. Could Thanasin have more tokens?
Ooh.
Oh, that's 3 crits.
I think it jinxed it. That's probably a dead Thanasin.
Ouch.
Literally, one of those 3 needs to be either a fuel leak or a direct, and it's over.
Yep.
1.
Structural.
There it is.
There it is. Yep. And console fire. Oof.
Insult to injury with the fuel leak.
Yeah, what's really sad about that is if Daniel had rolled paint there, he's still alive.
He is still alive.
Because of the force token. But now Hollow gets a
I don't
shot.
care if I'm Revis, I'm shooting Vader.
Really?
Yeah, I do not care. I'm going to make him roll 2 paint every turn for the rest of the game. And Hollow needs to put damage on Pierce Sabak immediately to protect the Epsilon Squadron Cadet.
Oof, it is range 3, though.
Is it really?
Oh, wait, but he's got outmaneuver, so that helps.
Yeah. You know, that's about as much as you could have gotten out of Anderson, I think.
Alexa says we need to more.
Yep.
And the lock. Come on, Vassal, don't be a dick.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it was a dick, all right. All right, that's half points on Sabby.
There is not many better ways to protect a 4 health ship from Pierce Sabak than stacking 3 damage cards on him.
Do you take the shot with the Epsilon right into Pierce Sabak, trying to eliminate him now? Or
Yes.
like when you have that shot?
Don't tempt me.
I mean, it's 3 versus 2. I think you have to get Sabak off the board, too.
Oh, Sabak does get a shot there.
But Sabak does not roll the extra die anymore.
Yeah, he's good roll.
Now the question is, he does. He chooses violence and spends the focus on offense.
Oh
And
my
Daniel's
God, Daniel,
dice
you psychopath.
laugh at him. Just laughs at him.
Wow, when he spent the focus just to flex even harder.
Well, I mean, he's got to keep one of those guys from getting killed on this shot, too, so that they get a shot at Vader. So,
wild card.
Oof.
You know, somehow I don't trust that against Daniel's green dice right now.
All right, so shield off of the SC there.
I'll take 1 every time.
Yep.
Revis into Vader, Epsilon.
He shot into Revis. So Revis is down to 1 hull.
You know what? Doesn't give him any extra points.
Nope.
All right, range 2 on Vader from Rivas, it looks like. But he's going to range
1 into Sabak.
Yeah. Spend the focus.
Spend the focus, and he's a dead
That
ship.
is a dead, guaranteed death. That's the right call. 45.
Okay, now here's a question, guys. You've got essentially a garbage shot from the Epsilon. Do you chuck it at Vader, or do you go for Vagabond at range 1?
They're both at range 2, I believe.
You go at Vader.
Nah, you go at Vader. Range 2 at Vader.
If he natties this, Rick might lose his mind.
Well, actually, it's because it is natty. I think you're right. 3 versus 2 is the right call. Put some damage on Vagabond. Get half points there. And then, you still got your ties to get in Vader's way, and you've got Hollow now without maneuver. Oof.
Daniel's a gambling man.
It's what he does. Dan does kill Vaders that he shouldn't, so. All right, just 1. Vader has to blank.
Show me the money.
Nope.
Nope.
He's safe.
Count on it.
Spend your focus as a flex.
As an FU. And he did.
So here's one thing that I love out of this turn for Daniel. He has position now. Yes,
he does.
Hollow's sitting in the best spot he could be in, behind both Vader and Vagabond.
Yep.
Yeah. And honestly, the ties are in a great spot too.
Yes.
You can. I mean, I think you probably just try to keep Vader from turning in here. Because
this is an Epsilon. If I was the Epsilon, I'd plug into 2 bank and focus.
2 bank towards Vader or the other way?
2 bank towards Vader and focus. Because he has no afterburners left.
Yeah.
And he can't 4K because that 4K is on a rock.
Yeah, but he could Talon roll, which you don't want. But if he Talon rolls, he may get damage. He might get damage on Hollow, but Hollow will kill him.
Hollow will kill him. Guys, I think Daniel's... I don't want to say got it, but the wind is blowing that way.
It took a hard lean towards Daniel's side about 2 turns ago.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Just think about how much... What we also need to realize is, what if Thanison had lived and he could Snoke Vader right now? I think we could file that under game.
Yeah, probably.
If Thanison had lived.
Yes.
Yep. I mean, and that was... Thanison should honestly be alive.
Yes, that was the perfect role to kill him.
Yeah.
Everything went that way. Isn't it amazing how X-Wing goes that way sometimes, though?
Yeah.
True.
So what is the right move for Hollow here? I'm thinking like a 1 bank.
Well, he can 1 hard in.
I was going to say 1 hard and
He
1 hard.
could 1 hard. I would worry about where Vagabond ends up on a 1 hard.
Vagabond is irrelevant right now. Vagabond is irrelevant right now. Every single decision in your mind is, how do I get Darth Vader off the board?
How do I kill Vader so that then I can clean up Vagabond?
Because Vagabond is going to bounce off of somebody with his aileron move.
So there's Rivas with a Sagnor's loop, expecting Vader to turn in. And then the ESC does the 2 bank to keep eyes on the other direction.
To take a target lock on Vader to be able to give Revis a target lock.
Oh my god.
That's the right call.
So no matter what, literally no matter what, somebody's got a lock on Vader.
Everybody is going to have a lock on Vader this turn.
Yep. This is left turn. Yeah, so that's not great for the ties, but that's okay. They're fodder. Plus, you could take Vagabond off with Hollow this turn if Vader's nowhere around.
I don't think there's a hard turn from Vader that gets through.
I think Vader's heading out.
Bails out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to bail out at this point.
I mean, I thought he was going to bail out and do like a 3 bank or 3 hard the other way.
Lock on Vagabond.
Yeah, that's the right call. You know where Vagabond is. You could get him off the board before he kills one of your ties.
Do you take a strain and pass it to Rivas and just let him die?
You take the deplete.
He took the deplete. He's going to... Yep.
Pass it to the ESC.
Yep. Exactly.
You don't want to give up free damage to Vagabond with with those 2 being I1s.
I still think the Epsilon has a shot on Vader.
It might. And here's the great thing.
Okay. He doesn't now.
For Harlow's shot on Vagabond, Vagabond is going to be down a die.
Outmaneuvered.
Outmaneuvered. So the bank was what I thought he would do just to give him these options. So here we are.
Hollow's in a pursuit position on Vader. It doesn't get much better than this.
Yeah, but I think, yeah.
Can you pass the deplete over to? Has he forgotten to pass the deplete?
Oh, Rick, I think is still doing his actions.
I think he's taking a lock for the future.
Oh, okay.
Because the ESC is the one that's likely to follow him, so he's going to try to take the ESC off.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep, that's a dead.
He's not guaranteed.
Well,
he needs a direct.
Hit crit going through.
Hit crit going through. Wait, was it range 3?
That direct seems pretty.
Why did Rick roll 2? He's outmaneuvered. There we go.
He's dead.
That's dead.
Yep. That was Daniel politely telling him you rolled too many dice. Yep. All right.
Gets the initiative kill, kicks him out, and doesn't have to worry about his 2 TIE fighters.
And we might be looking at the Epsilon Cadet going for the kill on Vader next turn.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, Vader is in some real deep shit because
he can't turn around.
He can't. I mean, if he does, he's just gonna die.
He's gonna do it anyway.
Except he is just gonna Talon roll. He's decided F all this.
He's gonna YOLO it.
He's putting it dial up.
I love Rick. Face up.
I love Rick.
he says, I mean, come on, what else is he gonna do?
That's right, because he's got 2 guns on him. Whatever he does, Hollow or the ESC is gonna,
Yeah, you just in case this goes sideways, you literally run as far away as possible with Revis.
That's right. Yeah. Now,
But I mean,
note that he does have the target lock on the ESC, so he could kick the shit out of that.
Here's what needs to happen. Vader is going to have to one tap the Epsilon.
Yep.
Not die from Hollow.
Yep.
Kill Hollow. And that'll be enough.
I mean, he's going to fire at the ESC, I'm pretty sure, no matter what.
He has to. That's where his lock is.
Yeah, exactly. So he's got to kill the ESC, then not get killed by Hollow when Hollow 2 sloops behind him next turn, when he's locked in.
And he has to do...
Barrel roll? Nope, just focus. I'm not sure the ESC is going to have a shot.
Yeah. You know what? I think we might be overestimating that 3 talent is. But there's the cleanup crew anyway.
Yeah. There's the target lock.
And there's a perfectly good Rivas to throw that deplete token on.
Yep.
Who is the legendary NFL announcer? Turn out the lights. The party's over.
Well, Dice could still wreak havoc here, so we'll see. All right.
Rick, stop trying to change your dial.
Rick's going to roll natty focuses and have to spend all his force on offense.
Oh, Jesus. You know what's going to be funny? Daniel's going to roll natties on defense just to make Rick absolutely lose his mind.
Yep.
And see the table flip for the 3rd time this game.
Yeah,
so the Epsilon is not going to have a shot.
I didn't think so. What is...
I don't think he liked his talon roll option.
I think that was back. I think that was all the way back.
Yeah, I think he wanted to be all the way forward. He was looking at it.
There it is. You know
and the Epsilon has no shot.
And that looks like a range 3 for Hollow.
Yeah.
Range 2, I think, for Vader on the ESC.
And then, assuming the Epsilon lives, he just one hards right in front of Vader on the next turn.
Yeah. And then I'd probably sloop Rivas, just to have a gun on. Rick, use the right combo.
It's fine.
It is range 2 into Hollow, so it'll be a range 2 back on Vader.
Oof. Turn it to a crit. Lock.
And spend the force. Why not?
Yeah.
And
okay, how many evades does Daniel roll?
Enough to only lose that shield.
Only loses the shield.
Daniel's not even going to give up. Is refusing to give up half on that Epsilon. That is the hill he is going to die on. You will not have my rookie. Oof.
That's great.
Hollow wants to go home.
Rick's going to roll evade, focus, and spend the force. Oh my god!
Ben. Ben, stop.
Stop predicting these things the wrong way, Ben. It's supposed to be over now.
Hold on. Does the Epsilon have a shot? Oh.
Nope. Yeah.
The rookie get it so bad.
But you're right. I mean, you just one hard the ESC, and then
actually no, you can't turn both of them.
4 or 5. Oh yeah, I guess you could do that.
Because they both have locks. Fuck it.
Yeah, why not?
Like Vader's not going to get a shot this time.
Well, Vader's going to hard stop. Oh no, he's not going to do that.
You have to kill Vader.
I mean, Vader's fastest blue is what, a 3 forward?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know that you could K-turn Hollow safely here. I don't think you have the space.
I could sloop though.
Yeah, I think you. Oh boy, I don't know. I honestly think you protect Hollow.
Oh yeah. No, Hollow's got a 5K. You absolutely barrel roll him, or you absolutely K-turn him.
Oh, I don't think a 5 fits.
5 fits.
I don't think a 5 fits. I think you guys are crazy.
Oh, K-turn. Yeah, he's
Yep.
just he's going to deny Vader.
There.
He's going to deny Vader any kind of shot whatsoever.
You don't even take shots at this point. It doesn't matter.
I told you fuckers that the 5K didn't fit.
Well, you know what? That's fine. Vader
Didn't
can't
matter.
shoot.
Vader won't shoot. He shoots at Revis and it doesn't.
Yeah, but you can't. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I don't like. You just barrel roll away from the. Yes, yeah, that 5K. Yeah. That 5K was bad. Do not like.
You just passed the token from Hollow onto the Epsilon and double stress him because he doesn't care. How does Rick have 0-4? Oh, did he dump everything? Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Because he wants to kill. He's just going for MOV. He wants to kill Rivas.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only got one more turn after this anyway.
I want the Epsilon to get the kill on a no force Vader.
All right, there's passing the stress over to the ESC.
Yep.
That looked like range 3 from Vader. Yep. So 3 versus 3 here. That's a nice roll. Spends the focus. I would have spent the target lock, but whatever.
Against 4? Right? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he had a good run.
All right, so full points for Rivas, so that's 27.
I was surprised he took Rivas down past the rock instead of continuing around.
I know, I would have too slooped past the rock myself, but...
How mad would Rick have been if Rivas had lived?
All right, so here we go, range 2.
2 versus 3 with a lock. Do it, rookie!
Oh, spend the lock, spend the lock. You're not going to get another... Oh, crit. Here comes triple natties.
Now, all eyeballs.
Oh! Yeah. Well, we're on to round 12, so Daniel's going to win by MOV.
Snaps in the chat. What is that supposed? What does that mean? Is this a militant casual? I don't know.
I have no idea.
No.
It's a Rick thing.
It sounds like teenage girl high school stuff that I don't understand.
That is true.
Rick still hangs out in AOL Instant Messenger.
Does that even exist anymore?
I have no idea. Ask Rick.
I don't think I've used AOL in too many years.
So Vader's going to go for violence here and probably 4K, right?
Yeah, because the 3 Talon will probably kill him.
How does he take a focus token there? He's double stressed on the Epsilon.
I don't know.
There we go.
Oh, hollow pattern analyzer, so that's cool. Vader 4Ks. Oof.
I have to admit, I kind of want to see Daniel's defense die flex on Vader one more time.
Well, it's 2 versus 3, right? So, no, 2 versus 4. 5.
2 versus...
Oh, God.
It would be... Against Hollow, it's 2 versus 5. Against...
Yeah.
The Epsilon,
it's 2 versus 3.
You got to fire at Hollow if you want MOV.
You do have to fire at Hollow if you want MOV.
Yeah. So 2 versus 5. Let Hollow blank out. It's fine.
I don't like that. I don't like that math.
Hold on, I'm going to taunt him.
If Rick
Let Hollow blank out or no balls.
No balls. Now, you know what's gonna suck? When you say that, I'm not even.
And Hollow
I'm
does it.
not even gonna speak it into existence. I am not gonna put Rick's win condition into existence on this board. I am not gonna do it because you know me. It'll happen. I'm not. I am not gonna do it. Pray to the sparkling.
Actually, what's really going to happen is if I troll him into this, Hollow's going to roll 5 natty evades.
Wait. Question. What happened to Hollow's focus?
Oh, Hollow did a...
Target lock?
Oh, did he pick the target lock over the focus? Play to win? Oh, God, he's going to do it.
It's the way to go. I mean, he won't. He can't
technically-
win. I don't think he can math his way out of this.
If he kills Hollow, he wins.
On 2 dice?
He won't kill Hollow. That's my point.
Yeah, he needs to double crit, and there's... Or hit
Well,
crit,
he only needed... Yeah, he needed hit crit.
Yeah.
and gets nothing.
Yep.
Daniel's
Right-
green dice.
Right
Once
back at
again.
you. Now, Vader has no mods here.
Oh my God.
Oh!
And he killed him.
And he says, bye-bye, Vader.
Down goes Vader! Down goes Vader!
That's a very sad Vader.
Wow, what a...
Table
So-
flip moment number 4.
No, that's well earned, honestly.
Table flip.
That doesn't get a table flip. That's just no.
That's about proper odds. Maybe he should have got one more evade.
I mean, Hollow had the target lock, so even if he hadn't added the hits, he still probably does the damage. So anyway, let's go into the room and talk to these guys.
All right, but wait, everyone.
Yeah.
Let's agree we are not gonna pull Rick's spine out through his eyes. Okay.
I promise nothing of the sort.
I don't even know what you mean. I'm not going to do anything mean to Rick. Let's go in there.
The OGP not going forward and doing that bank move.
That was
If you had done a forward, that would have saved you.
yeah,
Hello.
that was the mistake, as well as locking Hollow instead of Fanison on the first turn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was another mistake. So,
Hi.
yeah, the lock.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello.
So,
Rick,
Rick.
tell us about
All
the
the way
interaction between Hollow and Darth Vader's target locker.
that's like Hollow is the Vader killer. We had no idea.
We didn't think about it till it actually happened the first 3 times, and then we started crying laughing.
Yeah.
The very first time it happened, Rick was like, "Oh yeah, you can throw away that stress, right, or the strain, or something." I was like, "No, I'm getting rid of your lock." He's like, "Oh my."
Yeah, Rick is like, I have made a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
Just before that happened, Vince was like, "Wait a minute, that target lock that Rick takes, that's Hollow's token," and I'm like, "You're damn right it is. That's going away."
You are gonna hear me in the
Yeah.
like, holy shit, he can
That
throw
was
the token.
probably a recoverable mistake.
Yeah.
It was not recoverable after I got cute with OGP and didn't
Yeah.
dodge Thanoson's arc.
Yeah. Yeah, we expected you to just go ahead and run straight into him and not really care too much about it.
I was anticipating him moving. I did not think he was going to zero stop, mostly because I'm not used to playing with a pattern analyzer and not being punished for zero stopping.
Well, yeah. We actually predicted that that zero stop, and we were thinking about how you were going to exploit it, and then your strikers piled up on it.
Somebody hit the bumper car music and just smashed into the back of Thanos.
It's not ideal.
Yeah. So the game that was due to happen, Rick, has happened.
So here's something I will tell you that I was planning on dropping from cut if I was undefeated. So guess what?
Man, isn't that convenient?
Well,
now he doesn't have to drop from cut.
I've got news for you. I wasn't going to let you drop from cut. So I will kick your ass out of Militant Casuals if you don't play this thing out.
So
Well,
I think
was
we all
thinking,
do.
like, if I'm undefeated into cut, and so I'm like up 2 wins on everybody,
Yeah.
then it's kind of just like,
Yeah, that's
why
true.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to get our revenge in the second tournament when you have to draft last, so it's fine.
No. Yeah, I would have happily been like, I'm dropping from cut. Also, I'm drafting last. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We need to make sure that we get this log and do the dice chart.
Oh, I'm looking at that right now.
Because, Daniel, your greens were incredible.
Fire.
They were
magma.
No, all my dice were incredible. Like
Well,
I was rolling like 3 hits on my attacks.
Your ties early on the shuttle were bad. It was like focus blank blank or hit blank blank. But yes, otherwise your reds were pretty good.
I think we counted. Rick, you asked.
So
has
hang on, let me fill you guys in on this. Looking at the graph right now, my final dice luck for green dice was -2.
Oh,
oof, yeah.
Okay, my
like
red dice was +10 exactly.
Yeah, the shot you killed his Thanison on was ridiculous. Like the 2 natty crits, turn another crit. Like Thanison should survive that round. He not be healthy, but he should have survived that round.
Well, or he's forced to take the second shot to try and kill him with the striker.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think there was a striker pointed at him that turn.
Yeah, he had Vagabond. Vagabond had arc on him.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3.
Wait, but that was the turn that Hollow PS killed Vagabond anyway.
Sabak should have died that turn, but okay. Also, the fact that Revis wouldn't die. So let me talk to you about Daniel's dice.
Rick, you don't have to tell us. We watched and laughed.
So
no, but I do want to know. So let's hear it.
So Daniel's red dice. So the graph goes to 10. His line is off the graph.
Is that reds or greens?
Now let's look at green dice. Green
So
dice go to 4. It is also off the graph.
So what you're saying is Daniel pulled a Spinal Tap and turned it to 11.
That's right.
Correct.
Excellent.
Are you gonna post? Are you gonna post the images of this to Discord, Rick?
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna just straight up copy link.
Also, Rick, welcome to Vassal Dice, my friend.
Here, and then go to game discussions. Boom, boom. There you go.
I have to look at this while my voice is here so Rick can hear me laugh.
Yeah. What does mean by like +10 or whatever? What is that?
I think that's number of results above expected.
It means you're above average. So expected hits 19.5. Actual after expected after rerolls 20. Actual hits after converts 26. That's me. That's not bad.
That's pretty good. Expected 19.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I actually rolled pretty good. Expected blanks 13, actual blanks 10. Now let's look at you.
He doubled his expected.
18.75. Actual after convert 33.
Okay, we have to point out we thought his green dice were high.
Your blanks
we
expected 12.5. Actual 13.
3.
Okay. Let's look at evades. My evades, expected focuses and evades combined, came out to be roughly 24. Actual after converts 20. Daniel's expected focuses and evades combined comes out to be 29. Actual came out to be 33.
It wasn't actually that far off.
Yeah, it was. It would if the chart is only +4, then he was literally +4 off the chart.
But my red dice though, woof.
That's crazy. Well, and
Yeah.
Rick, we all know what the missing 3 greens were.
Yeah, no,
that one
that's
time that Hollow shot Vader. I think we all agree that shot turned the game around.
I would just
Yep.
it's kind of even, and then it just disappears. Yeah, so I think the turn that turned was when you zero stopped, and I just bumped everybody because I was all like, he's not gonna just stop. He's
And
gonna
then Rick, you know what the worst part is?
what?
For my red dice. Remember, I rolled like 5 or 6 dice by accident one time.
Yeah.
Because my kid like messed with my mouse as I was rolling it. There were like 3 blanks in that roll. I remember. So there were like 3
Oh no, that was
blanks in
your
my
green
reds.
dice. Yeah.
Was that green?
Yeah, that was green dice.
Yeah, or whatever. It was like red or green, and I rolled like 5 or 6 dice by accident. There was a whole bunch of blanks in there, and that wasn't even counted in our game. So that messes the numbers up a little bit too.
I can go find that and delete it. Because that was like the first shot of the game, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
All right.
Yeah, it was one of the early.
All right. Anyway, Ben, let's do this thing.
Yeah, so this was an entertaining match and brings Rick back down to the pack a little bit. So yeah, it's a whole new tournament as we head into this round to some extent. So thanks guys for a very entertaining game. If you guys have some like last thoughts you want to share, I feel like we've you know sort of hit the high points already with how crazy the dice were, and which things were kind of the key mistakes, I think. So if you guys have each something you want to share, feel free. Otherwise, I think we can call it for the night.
Well, okay.
Yep.
Rick, I want to ask one thing.
All right, is that for me?
And I am entirely not meaning this as a shot.
Okay, I'll talk. Yeah, so
well, hold up. Can I ask my question before you answer it?
obviously I forgot about
Rick?
Hollow getting rid of target lock.
Rick,
What?
He can't hear me.
I don't think you can hear any of us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We think you can't hear Rick. Sorry, Vince. So.
I cannot.
Okay.
Ben, I will relay my question to you. Ben, I'll tell you.
Okay, Vince is going to relay the question through me, so here we go.
Oh, Vince, I can hear you. Go.
Okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
On the turn with the shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
Where you go? I understand you were going for the arc dodge. Is there a reason you didn't just? What is the reason you didn't just try to go heads up and either bump off of Thanison and maybe get bumped back behind the TIE fighters?
Do is I originally had a 2 bank dialed up, which would have actually dodged the arc, but it would have made me go over the rock the next turn, and so I changed it back to the 1 bank because I basically saw the K turns going.
Well, right,
and and so the thought process in my head was maybe if I bank away, I can mess with his angles, or just something will be funky, and he'll lose shots, or he'll have bad shots, or something like that. And then because again, I did not see the zero stop coming, and so I was like, I have no idea where Thanison is going to be. So the best place for me to move and get a focus token is going to be banking away.
That
was my thought
that
process.
damage sensor array cost you a future coordinate on Vader? Was that your plan for the next turn?
Because I assumed that the other reason I thought Thanison was going to move, so then I thought he'd be out of range of Hollow being able to shed tokens.
Yeah, we could tell from the chat you had with Daniel. We were like, because we were there like, wait a minute, Rick thinks this is topical to what Daniel's going to do, but I'm not sure it is.
Yeah. So exactly. So what happened is I also need.
Do you need me to rephrase it?
No, I just realized that there's another extraneous dice roll I have to fix. But where am I going with this? Yeah, so that did not cost me a coordinate. I was not planning or intending on coordinating there.
Interesting.
Vader had enough force and everything at that point that I, in hindsight, I probably would have 1 banked. I wanted a 3 bank because I had a 3 turn dialed up, and then I changed the 3-turn. Oh, I wanted the 3-turn in case Hollow 5K'd, and so I could afterburn after him.
Okay.
Plan, it just... this is honestly like the second or third time I've ever played against Hollow, and I just wasn't in the right headspace for it.
But it's just an extremely unique interaction between those two in the two lists you brought. Like, I doubt this would happen again.
Yeah. Exactly why it wouldn't like, I freaking jousted Hollow and lost 3 whole. Or I lost 4 damage on it. What?
You did triple blank there, so
Exactly.
that happens.
Going back to Lady Luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Rick,
I
it is nice
too
that
much
you rolled
about
blanks with Vader for the first time in your career. I'm sure that was a new experience for you.
As I said, kind of heading into this, this is what Daniel does. Daniel beats Vader when he shouldn't.
He did call it.
Yeah.
So here's where this man ruins your whole career.
Yeah.
Triple blank Vader.
Let's talk about this. The final roll of the game.
Death.
Vader modifies to get 2 hits, and Hollow rolls above average
Hit crit.
excessively dodge it.
Yeah,
and then Hollow shoots back and gets natty 3 hits, and Vader rolls under average.
But also, he did have the target lock, so he could have re-rolled it into that anyway. So.
Oh, all right. I forgot.
I don't think Daniel took very many unmodified shots that game.
Oh, he didn't.
No.
Yeah.
So Daniel, what was your approach to this game? And granted that dice definitely tilted your direction. Is that the explanation, or did you get what you kind of wanted out of the engagements, etc.?
Oh no, I had. I was in trouble with the engagement. He had the better engagement against me because I.
Oh, Daniel wanted to restart.
I knew I had. Yeah, I went to restart because I was like, oof, this is not a good engagement for me. He had his flankers coming in, and I decided to try and go for Vader. Vader did a 5-4, and I was out of the round for like that first or second round. I had basically nothing. Just the dice bailed me out of the game. So Rick did have the better opening engagement. I should have turned into the strikers.
That's what I thought you were going to do.
I had that dialed in first, but then I changed my mind, saying that, you know what, if I don't catch Vader now, I'll never catch him again. So I had to. I was banking on the fact that Rick might be aggressive with Vader and do a 3 bank in, and then I could get all my shots on him. But he just did a 5-4 and flew away.
Yeah, and that wasn't the only time it seemed like Rick actually did predict what you were going to do, and then didn't necessarily get rewarded for it either. Because he predicted you going hard at the shuttle right after that, and then didn't get.
And then bumped the back of the Upsilon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if he had done the 2 or 3 forward and just ran into the Upsilon, I probably would have lost the game. Because I wouldn't have killed the shuttle. The shuttle would have lived.
Yeah.
It's still probably good 5 health at least. I may have done 1 damage from the TIE fighters, but that's unreliable at that range, and no mods. So the shuttle would have been alive, and I would have had a lot more difficult time because that shuttle could then shoot Hollow that same turn or following turn.
Yeah. Any other things you guys want to share?
No, I think we covered it all, including justice.
Justice for Vince. Bobby, your thoughts?
No, this was fun to watch the back and forth in the beginning, and then watch dice just go. No, Rick, no.
Yeah. No justice for Vader.
I have to apologize to Hollow just in the abstract for saying that it's not an ace. I think I take it back now.
Hollow is really good.
On your podcast, weren't you like Hollow's garbage? Hollow's
No. That's incorrect.
Hollow's a support piece.
I'm gonna defend that. No. I said Von Reg's trash. I am happy. I am happy to use Hollow. I think Von Rigg's garbage and Kylo's a better investment every time.
Yeah. Cool.
But we're not here to talk about my podcast. Whiteboard Wargaming.
So I think we're going to wrap things up here so that everybody can go get a good night's sleep. I think this was a really fun stream to watch, mainly because it was just poor Rick getting diced to hell the whole way. Huh?
Do we know who Evenhawk is?
Isn't that Daryl?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I have no idea. Anywho's, this has been another Militant Casuals West Coast Jake Tank tournament game. This brings sort of everybody who's at the top of the table to at best 4-1, which is going to make for a really interesting rest of round and a really interesting round 6 and cut. So thank the dice, everybody. We're going to have a competitive tournament yet. I'm not sure when the next game is that we'll run, but we'll blast it out there for folks who are interested.
What was the final score, by the way?
Well, 200 to, let's see.
Hollow was still full, so Hollow was 65.
Yeah, and so is ESC, right?
The Epsilon was still full.
So you killed
68.
108.
Wait.
He killed 108. He killed.
Yeah.
81.
Because Vanison is fully dead.
Revis
Yes.
is 27.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So 200 to 108.
Yep.
Jesus.
Beautiful.
All right. We'll be back in another night soon. Thanks everybody, and peace out.
This is.
Bye bye.